Okay. All right. We are here with the Sconery Shop today. And tell me a little more about your business. What is your mission?
So our mission is to provide delightful desserts with a side of hope, and for us that hope is in Jesus. So the mission really is to serve the community. So serving 20 years in the Air Force and retiring out of that, this is just a new way to serve in a different way. And so it's an opportunity to kind of spread the love and also provide people with opportunities that are differently abled. And so I know we'll probably get into that, but really our mission is just to serve others and bring them some hope.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. You've mentioned online that you provide an opportunity for those with different abilities to serve others. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So during my master's program, I came across that only 6% of colleges and universities have any type of post-secondary education opportunities for people with developmental delays after they age out of school, which is for them is usually about 21 years old. So after that, the opportunities for them are really limited. There are some companies like H-E-B, Chick-fil-A that will employ people with different abilities, but there's not a lot out there. And so our daughter, she's only 6. We got her diagnosis while I was pregnant. At 23 weeks pregnant, we found out she would most likely have Down syndrome. And we started kind of from there of, well, what does that look like? And it's still a big question mark, to be honest, of what that looks like. But we want to do our best as parents just to advocate for her and give her a space to be herself, to continue to learn, grow, and develop after they age out of the system. Back in the 1960s, someone with Down syndrome, their life expectancy was only 10 years old, because they just thought that they couldn't do anything, which is so not the case. We have all kinds of people finishing Ironmans that are models, that are journalists, that have Down syndrome. So now their life expectancy is about 60 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. This is probably a question that's off, but how do you feel like you're enriching their lives? Because it does sound like you are.
Yeah. I think it gives them a purpose. They get to wake up in the morning and know that they have a mission themselves. And the way that I designed it in my program was for them to kind of bounce between 3 different areas once we get a brick and mortar. And so that's the customer service and the cashier piece, and then moving over to the cleanliness and, the sweeping and the mopping and taking care of their things, and to ordering the ingredients, what we're low on, that kind of thing. And then all the way to baking, and being in the actual kitchen and measuring and continuing to use their math and their science, that they've learned in school. So I think it gives them a sense of purpose and a sense of being, which is so important.
Yeah, that's amazing, actually. Yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, why is it so important to provide hope to people through your baking?
I think because the world just needs it. The world needs a lot of hope, and I feel what they don't see is the prayer that goes behind every single batch of scones that I make, and just that the scones would be filled with love and joy, and that for a minute it would bring people together, whether it's a celebration of life, which is what, we've done one before. It's a graduation party. We have a baby shower this weekend. And so really it's just about bringing that community together. And a lot of times we do that over food. And so I'm hoping that with the Sconery Shop that we can do that and provide that space to people.
That's awesome. I really like that you put prayer into your baking, because I feel like, how there's that scripture that says a little mustard seed can move mountains.
Yes.
I feel like that is kind of like your mustard seed, and no telling what that prayer could do for somebody at a baby shower, at a graduation, here in this room right now. I think.
Right. I ran into someone at our church recently, and she had never had a scone before, and I actually find that quite often, where no one's ever had one before. And so I tell people it's a mix between a muffin and a biscuit. That's the best way to describe a scone. And it's not dry. And there's a very big misconception that all scones are dry.
Wow. Okay.
And so she actually told me that she was having the worst day, and we had a Galentine's event at church, and she had the lemon blueberry scone, which is our #1 seller, and that it just brought her so much joy. And like in that moment, it was what she needed, and she just felt pure joy, which is exactly what I pray over when I'm praying is that it nourishes the body, it brings joy, it brings healing, it brings laughter, it brings peace. That's what Jesus brings.
Yeah.
And so for her to tell me those exact words, I said, okay, I know I'm on the right track, because she has no idea what the prayer was.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing, actually. That's like almost magical. So I always thought scones are dry too, because I'm thinking like Starbucks display case scones that are like rock hard.
No, girl, we gotta fix that.
So now I'm like really excited to try them, and I literally want to eat probably one of each, all of them.
Yes, and you're going to, and you'll be like, oh dang, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Yes.
How long have you been in business?
The Sconery Shop launched the day after I retired from the Air Force, which was February of this year.
Okay.
So
wow.
about
Okay.
3 months. The vision for the Sconery, probably about 3 years while I was doing my master's. It didn't start out that way, but little by little, it turned into that. With one project was come up with a business idea.
Okay.
And I was like, I could make scones, and I'm like, where did that come from? I've been baking since I was 5. My mom was a home baker, and she learned it from her mom, so my grandma. And my mom baked cakes professionally growing up. And so I remember the coolest cake she ever made, I think I was like 5, and it was a Cookie Monster cake. It was so cool. And my sister, we're 3 years, 5 days apart, so our birthdays were always together growing up. And so hers was a Barbie cake that year. And so probably about 7 years ago or so, as adults, we did a Cookie Monster cake and a Barbie cake as adults.
Okay.
And it was just so
Full
cute.
circle. Yeah.
Full circle, yeah. But I've been baking scones for about 4 years. And I always thought scones were for fancy people. I really did. Thought, oh, that's not for me. Those are for fancy people. And I baked it during Christmas time. I do a big bake session every year of dozens and dozens of cookies. And I said, let me bake this. And I just felt something different. It was a spark of joy. And I said, oh, that feels a lot different. And I just remember feeling that 4 years ago. And I was like, this was actually not that hard. So I whipped out 3 different flavors, and I was like, well, I like this. And then it just has evolved over the last couple of years into what is here today.
Wow. So, okay, from what I'm hearing, I feel like this idea came from your master's program, from a project in your master's program. Mm-hmm. So it's not just scones. It's literally a whole
training plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole idea besides the scones.
Right.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to expand on that a little bit?
So it really made me think of, okay, how can I really embed myself in the community? Because it's more than being a cottage baker and selling baked goods and going home after a market, right? And I want to get to know our neighbors. I want to get to know the people. I actually got to know my neighbor really good. Her son has autism, and he's 26, nonverbal, and she's my number one customer. Literally lives next door to me, and she's amazing. But we connected over a Facebook post, and now like we talk all the time. Okay. And so it's so important to know who's in the community. So working with different organizations and nonprofits, because part of what I want to do is not just sell scones, but also give back. And so I'm looking to do free like baking classes for people that have different abilities, and coming into like the Rock House, or coming into I think it's Life Bridges, and different organizations where they do work with individuals that are getting ready to age out of the system. And how can we kind of bridge that gap as a community? So yes, you're getting delicious scones, but it's more about the community and the mission behind the scone.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's awesome. Because yeah, a lot of people are not. You go to the farmer's market, and I'm sure nobody's thought through nobody has formulated such a powerful and impactful program behind their product.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. More than just selling stuff.
That is awesome. That's amazing. Next question. What has been the most challenging part?
The cleaning. Oh my gosh, the cleaning for days. Or aftermarkets, when things just sit in the garage and it's like, I'll get that tomorrow, and then it turns into like 3 days later. But no, I think the hardest thing would be just the balance between work life, mom life, right? Mm-hmm. This is actually the first summer I've ever had my kids with me for the summer, because active duty, we don't get summers off. We can take a vacation, but we don't get summers off. And so this was the first year that I'm retired now. I can be at home with my babies. And then I launched into this. So now it's like, well, how do I do both of those things, right? Mm-hmm. And part of me wants to just go and be at markets and go and do all these things and just really push with the business. But then it's like I retired for a reason so I can watch my kids grow up. And so having that balance between the two, that's probably like hard. And still being a good wife, right? Like my husband needs me too. And so where do you find the balance? So we have scheduled date nights. So yes.
Yeah, and then it's like also too, I'm sure you use social media to get your name out there and to make your sales, but it's like people want instant, they want an instant answer. They want an instant this, they want an instant that. And it's like, that's where I struggle in my business too. It's like people are messaging me at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. And it's like, you have to draw that line too.
You have to have boundaries, right? I had someone that was upset because they didn't understand or know how to order. But yet I got a message saying how disappointed they were. And I was like, so you found me and you didn't put an order in. I was so confused. But I mean, my phone number is literally on my business cards and my website. It's just as easy as picking up the phone and calling or shooting me a text to say, hey, I'd like to place an order. It's that simple. And I think that's over simple to people. They want that online, like, oh, this, that. And I'm just not there yet because I'm just starting.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, your website's not this and your website's not that. How do I place an order? Just a phone call, old-fashioned phone call.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think that's a good point that it is over simple, but I think we're so used to Amazon and we're so used to like the traditional checkout, like place it in the cart and check out.
Right.
But I think this is almost like community in action, the way that you're doing it. Just call me, just text me. Mm-hmm. That brings like a face-to-face interaction for you.
And I love the face-to-face when I get to meet people or get to deliver to them or see, I went to an 80th birthday party. It was a tea party and it was just so beautiful, and to be welcomed into that space. Like, hey, make a plate, all the things. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And so things like that are they're special.
Do you feel like as you grow into your brick and mortar in your next 3 years, do you feel like you'll lose that community? You'll lose that face-to-face?
I hope not.
Yeah.
No. I don't intend to scale it so huge or become a chain store. At least I don't want to put limits on it because I honestly don't know what God has for it. And this was really he's laid everything out. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just trying to be the vessel, the best that I can to do with the vision he's given me. And so I don't want to put limits on what it can be, but I see us still continuing to make small batches and not making just a plethora come by till we're open 24 hours. Like, no, we're not open 24 hours, And so small batches, because also the quality, the freshness, that's also a key ingredient, pun, if you will, for what we want to be as a business. So my scones are made to order. They don't sit around the house until somebody says, hey, what do you have, for today? My business doesn't work that way. It's no, go look at our menu and you tell me what you want and mix and match and I will make it for you to order. Because again, we want that quality, freshness seal on it.
Yeah.
So small batches, I imagine when we get a brick and mortar, it'll be early hours. Usually bakers are 2, 3 in the morning when I have large orders. So this Saturday coming up, it'll be a 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning wake up to start getting things ready.
Okay,
and so we'll close early, right? So maybe it'll be like a 7 to 2 type hours. It just kind of depends what that looks like at that point in time. But I don't want to lose the people. So our first value is biblical truth as a company. Our second value is people over margin. It has to be. I'm just a people-oriented person, and I would rather get to know you or go out of my way to help you than make a quick dollar. So we had a whole bunch of scones left over from an event, and so we actually went to a 24/7 crisis homeless shelter here. That's just right off of the loop. And so that was important to show my son. It's not always about making a dollar. It's okay because this went to this organization and it's going to help feed this many people.
And then your prayers that you put in will go to those people too.
Right. So all the things. So that's really what we're about.
That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, next question. What has been the most rewarding part?
Lately, it's been spending quality time with my son and seeing him interact with people and teaching him, counting money. And it seems simple to us as adults, but giving him that experience and taking him to markets and kind of behind the scenes of what mom does. And then my daughter, who really we based this for, we bought her one of those things that you can pull up to the counter, so she's counter height, and just watching her in the kitchen and go pull out different measuring things and spoons and the flour, and she's in the kitchen making a huge mess, and it's just like looking at that and being like, oh, she's doing that because she sees mommy in the kitchen. And she's watching. She has her little chef outfit too. She loves it. So that's been rewarding, and honestly, just like that lady that was like, oh, it just brought me so much joy. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was just so good. And even in that moment of what kind of day they may have had, in that moment, it was at least this is so good.
Yeah.
And so to be able to provide that, it's huge for us.
It also kind of makes me think of like another scripture, a popular one that says Jesus meets you where you're at. I think that's a big part of what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, next question. Okay, what keeps you coming back when you feel like giving up?
Friends, because I have felt that way.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, spiritual warfare is a real thing. And so knowing that I'm doing this for, I call it kingdom work, and knowing that the enemy is going to not want me to do this. And so the doubts come in. Oh, you didn't get this event, you didn't get this market. A lot of the markets are already taken up by bakers, and I can't get a spot yet. So kind of on waiting list for a lot of the markets that are here, locally to New Braunfels. And so it's like, okay, should I really be doing this? And it's like, no, crazy. Like, this is what you were called to do. I actually retired from the Air Force 10 years earlier than I thought. So for me, just think of running a race. For me, 16 years I ran a race to try and get into the top 1% of the Air Force. So for 16 years, I'm working on every year my reports, every year to look different, to stand out from everybody else that I work around. And then I got pretty much to the finish line, and God was like, no. And so, I mean, I cried 1,000 tears over it, because I was like, there's no way. Like, I've been working towards this goal for 16 years. How can it, like, it's guaranteed after I finish my assignment here that I'm going to promote, and it'll happen. But he was very clear in what he said. And so I finished in the top 2% of the Air Force. And so I just want to give that to him. And so what keeps me coming back is the vision that he's given me is so clear. My best friend, Christy, I mean, I've come to her, like, I think I'm just going to shelf it for now. Like, it's just chaotic. And she's been like, no, you have momentum. Like, you have to keep going with it. Like, let's just, readjust, refocus. Let's go take a walk. And so she's had a really big impact on, like, those hard days where you do want to quit, or you do want to just throw it in and be like, nah. Yeah, because they're there. The self-doubt is still there. I'm like, oh man, was that good? Did you like it? I don't know. I didn't get feedback, so I hope it was okay. And then it always comes back that it was okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they smell so good. Like, I can smell them. They're so good. But, so, I have a question that's not on there.
Uh-huh.
If you're not doing markets locally, where are you?
Word of mouth.
Okay.
A lot of perpetuation.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of word of mouth. And honestly, my last 10 years in the Air Force was in recruiting service. And so for the last 10 years, I've learned how to go and talk to people. I've learned how to market. I've learned how to advertise, to an extent. So I'm not afraid of being told no, or walking up to people and just introducing myself. I call it God confidence. So honestly, there's people just at Starbucks. Like, I'll go and just be doing my work and, like, just strike up a conversation and she ordered 5 dozen for this weekend for her church. For Saturday, and I met her at Starbucks with her 2 girls that she was homeschooling, and we just hit it off, and so very organically, I would say it's happening. And then just some women through my church group have invited me to different things. We do a lot of work. Once a month we go to the Oak Tree Assisted Living over off of 46, I think it is, and we love it there. We play bingo, right, Jay? We play bingo, and we just have a great time with the residents there. And that was the first market I ever did. And it was just, hey, I know somebody, and they're looking for vendors.
Wow.
But, like,
okay.
the green market days is taken.
Yeah.
Like, all that. The one on Krause, like, the Saturday market one is taken right now. So, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're still finding, you're still getting your name out there.
Yeah. So I do a lot of, like, networking events. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I did a really big event with the New Braunfels Public Library System. So they asked if I wanted to be a board of director for that. And so 2 weeks ago, I did some samples for them. They had their big foundation event, which is like their big fundraiser for the year. So we made 400 samples of scones, and yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time. And I met her at Starbucks, actually the same Starbucks that I met the other lady. And she was meeting the manager there because they wanted to have Starbucks coffee at the event. And I just said, oh, she looks like, who does she belong to? And so I just introduced myself, and we sat down and had a 20-minute conversation, and that was that. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like too, like the organic networking it bears the better fruit, the good fruit. Because you can go on Facebook and buy ads, you can buy Google ads, but it's that organic networking, that organic marketing that actually gets you
the word
success.
of mouth, like, hey, go here, go try that. Like, I want to go try the barbecue now, right? So,
well, yeah.
Cravings, the owner of Cravings has been amazing and like welcomed me in and let me do some pop-ups there. The Artitude Cottage on West San Antonio, we'll be doing a pop-up there. And then we just did one with Rosie Lynn's ice cream and lattes on North Walnut. And so that was successful as well. And so people also just being open and saying, hey, come on in, I can help you out. And so again, it all goes back to community.
Yeah. That's awesome, because those businesses know the challenges of being a small business owner, and I feel like that's their way probably of giving back to the community, to let you come in and use their platform. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, next question is, why is it so important for you to make a difference?
Well, earlier I said that life expectancy for someone with Downs was just 10 years old, and now it's 60. And thinking and thankful for the parents and like the generation of parents that were before me that didn't just take no for an answer, because they advocated, because they felt strongly about making that difference. And that's why my daughter can now live to maybe 60 and not just 10 years old. And so I remember when we were stationed in Oklahoma City, we walked into a coffee shop called Not Your Average Joe, and it employs people with special needs. And I remember walking in, and Danielle was at the cashier, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she has Down syndrome. As a new mom who has a newborn with Downs, and we don't even know really what that looks like, to see Danielle was like, it gave me so much hope.
That's what it looks like.
And I was like, yeah, I want one of everything, girl. I don't like chocolate muffins, but I want 3 chocolate muffins. Like, I'll take whatever you're selling. Like, because I was so elated. So to see that, and then to give parents hope that it's okay, like, our kids are different, whether it's autism, whether it's a different diagnosis, right? Whether they're deaf, I know a little bit of sign, and so what does that look like to have a brick and mortar? Like, well, we need brick and mortar with ADA, like with wider doorways for wheelchairs, like things need to be lower for them, like microwaves on the bottom. And I think it gives parents who never maybe saw it coming, because we didn't. She's the 4th. So I have four kids, and she's the babe of the 4. And so it just gives us hope. And we want to be able to do that for someone else. Because, when we initially got her diagnosis when we were pregnant, we grieved. You just grieved. And I grew up around kids in special needs. My mom was a special educator for 30 years. And so I grew up around kids that were deaf. I grew up around kids that, had different abilities. So it wasn't new to me, or I had never been exposed to it, because I had. But when you walk in and you see all these amazing smiling faces of kids with Down syndrome and adults with Down syndrome, and then you realize that that's going to be your life, it just hits you so differently. And I'll be honest, we walked out. Like, it was so overwhelming, and we just my husband and I, we just held hands, we took a deep breath, and I was like, okay, we can do this. We're good. And we walked back in, and then they became family, and we've never looked back. And she's 6 now, so yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's a beautiful answer. Last question. What has been your biggest takeaway from being a business owner?
Your time management. It is everything. And that I probably should have a bookkeeper by now. If I could just bake all day, that would be amazing. But really just learning like the different aspects of it. I'm the dreamer, and my husband is the realist. And it's like, can we do this and this? I have all these ideas and plans. And then he's like, hold on, let's reel that back in. Which is not a bad thing, right? To kind of keep me on track and on schedule, because there's different things that I want to do with it and where I see it kind of going. But I would say like the admin part of it, the bookkeeping part of it, the receipts, all that stuff. That's not my strong suit. My strong suit is communicating, people, and baking. So I'm working hard on that, and once we kind of get in a good spot, we will be able to hire somebody to do that. Right now, my son is my only one that I pay to help me. at markets and load and unload the car and do our, set our boxes up and stuff. And he does an amazing job. And so, yeah. And he's happily paid with a couple dollars.
With scones.
Which is what I can afford. My apprentice, I actually did have an apprentice. She's 9. My best friend that I was talking about earlier, and her daughter, they lived 8 houses apart from us. And so for the year that her husband was also gone and stationed somewhere else. So for a year, her kids and me and my kids, we just leaned on each other. We just did life together and got so close. And so her daughter really took an interest in baking, so much so that she spent the night just so she could wake up and bake with me at 4:30 in the morning. And I was like, Auntie Katie wakes up early. She's like, I know. And I mean, that girl, she was up with me for 2 hours, and I finished ahead of schedule because she's actually, like, interested in wanting to help. And it was always just such a fun time to teach her, like, okay, if I need 1/4 of this and 1/2 of that, like, what is that? Like, how much is that? And just teaching as we go along. And so she's a rock star. She was my first little apprentice that I had that I got to teach. And so, yeah, she was great.
So it does feel like when you're a small business owner, you wear all the hats.
You do.
And it's even like just to be on Facebook or social media and look at your analytics or comment, respond to a comment, that's time, and it's like it doesn't even go into you making the product, that's still time that you're pouring into the business. And I feel like, yeah, and especially in those early years, there's a lot of unpaid time, I guess, that you don't even account for, the challenges that you face when you're trying to get your name out there.
Yeah, because we haven't profited really anything because everything goes right back into the scones. We sponsored for this upcoming school year, Canyon High School cheer. And so they reached out and asked if we would be willing to sponsor their cheer team. So we did that. So
oh, wow. Okay.
I'm really excited for that. I'm not sure how they found me either. But again, people are talking.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be on their shirts for this upcoming school year. So that's exciting. You know? And I think for us, the big thing is just discernment of like, okay, is this something that I need to do? Or is this not? Like, is this worth the money to invest in it, or is it not? And so, like, those business decisions of where do you put your time and where do you put your money and what does the return on that look like as the business part and not just bake with your heart and, like, give everything away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like when you are doing... You said that you did samples for New Braunfels...
The Public Library
Library. Somebody could save your information and then contact you in 6 months, like, hey, can you do this for me?
Right.
Same thing with your cheer sponsor. Like, they could see your name on the back of their shirts, and then in a year be like, hey, can you help me with this, or can we place an order for this or that? So, yeah, I think that's pretty powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So... And I do keep a running log of all my customers and what they order, so that I'd be like, well, you ordered this last time. Do you want to try something new? Or at least, like, get to learn their palate. So it's like, oh, no, that's my savory girl. She ain't going to want the cinnamon crunch. Like, I need to come up with a new savory recipe for her, or something like that. And so getting to know what my customers like and what, like my neighbor that I told you about, her favorite is Biscoff cookie. I mean, that girl would just Biscoff cookie it up all day.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
Sweet.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
I can't wait to eat that because I've
been
been spilling it this whole time.
So,
I don't know. What do you think?
We keep going.
Okay. Yeah. We could use it as content that we're enjoying the scones.
Yeah. I think there's enough plates for all y'all. So, and I can, because I know you guys are going to want to taste everything. Okay, so this one is the Aloha. So this one is a toasted coconut with macadamia chocolate. You guys ever been to Hawaii?
No. You have?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
He don't remember, girl. Oh, you do? Oh,
too much sun? Too much fun?
He was only 6 months old. He was a babe. Okay, so there is the Aloha.
That you say you work with kids with special needs. My nephew's deaf. He has cochlear implants.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been a long ride. It's not easy having a child with disabilities.
Right.
Especially because, for the first year of his life, he didn't talk.
Okay.
Because my sister wasn't putting on his hearing aids. He had hearing aids first.
Yeah.
And so it really delayed him, so it's like we're playing catch up even now. But he loves to cook, loves it. He loves to be in the kitchen. Always wants to help my mom cook.
I love that. So this one is our #1 seller. This is our lemon blueberry. the one that I put on your plate just a second ago. So that is a concoction that I felt the Lord put on my heart. It's a pistachio walnut with orange cranberry. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just licked my finger and it was so good.
These ones are kind of already cut. So.
That was so good. So good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Which one was it?
The macadamia,
Coconut.
the
No, that
aloha.
one's good. That's the one.
I'm not even a
Yeah.
coconut fan and I like it.
The pistachio one's really good too.
Yeah.
I like the peanut butter and jelly one.
Peanut butter, yep. We do have a PB&J. We have a PB&J with chocolate chips. And I'm not really a huge peanut butter fan, but dang, girl, that thing was good too.
This is good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a s'more Jesus. That's our s'mores.
That's cute.
So let's see. This one is the cinnamon toast crunch. And then this one is Jackie's pick, and that is a lemon lavender.
That one's good too.
I know, you're like, oh my gosh, my favorite.
You better start eating.
more.
You better start eating those. That one is good. Okay, that was probably my favorite one.
Which one?
The lavender.
Lemon lavender?
Yes.
Ready? Right here. Cheese. Lemon, yeah, because it's like florally, but it's not overpowering. And that's the thing with my scones is I try and keep them to where they're sweet, but not too sweet. Where like buttercream is just so sweet sometimes.
Do you ever see yourself making any other items, just scones?
Specializing in scones. So usually when you go to a bakery, you have the cookies and the cupcakes and the cakes, and then you may have a scone, which is typically like a blueberry or an orange cranberry or jalapeno cheddar or something like that. So I think we'll still stick with the signature scones, but then maybe have like chocolate chip cookies or something to where people with developmental delays, can do. I'm not saying they can't do scones, but it might be a little bit easier recipe depending on skill levels. So right now I'm working with the local restaurant to do chocolate chip cookie classes one time per month in the summer, just to kind of keep kids engaged and try and avoid that summer slide that happens. So yeah, and if people want a cake, I can make a cake, or cupcakes. Yes, you can have some, bud. Which one do you want, bud?
I liked all of them. I don't know. I think the lemon is my favorite.
I love lemon. Lemon
It
anything.
can't be your favorite or my favorite.
Well, I was my favorite first.
Look,
Lemon
we
is
have
my
the
favorite.
aloha.
Like,
We have
flavor.
the pistachio, orange cranberry. We have the lemon or the blueberry lemon.
Can I have a blueberry lemon?
And I use fresh ingredients, so I don't use frozen stuff. So that's why I need 24-hour notice, so I can make sure that I have everything on hand. Otherwise, I'll be going to HB at like 6 in the morning, which I did this week. It's okay.
I'm like, they're so good, but I just ate and I'm like, I don't want to rush.
I know. I should have brought paper plates.
Good goodness gracious.
Are you ready for these ones? This is our cheddar chive. So this is our #1 savory seller, and then this one right here is garlic.
What kind of cakes can you make?
Carrot cake.
You're a salesman
And
over
go,
here.
babe, and
Yeah.
go. Yeah, carrot cake. I do make a pretty good.
Red velvet.
Yeah, chocolate cake, layered cake.
Mom.
For me, it's a chance to be creative and use like my creative side of my brain. So I look at it as art too. But yeah, no, I made his Minecraft birthday cake 1 year. That was fun.
Wait, no, that was when I was 6 or 7.
Yeah, I said 1 year.
You can
6,
decorate them
7.
too. Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to get a cake made for next weekend.
Yeah.
Last night we were researching because my nephew is turning 6.
That's the
Can I
garlic
try the
nut.
cheddar chive
He's
scones?
into
Okay.
monster trucks.
This is my favorite one.
Can I try the cheddar chive?
Yeah,
Cheddar chive?
What?
Cheddar
I
chive?
want to
Yeah,
try the other
I love
ones.
it. Well, I say I didn't like it, but cheddar chive is the best.
My favorite is the garlic one.
The garlic.
I could probably eat 4 of them.
Bro, so
Real.
what you're saying is we need to order some for the office.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order some. Yeah.
Next year,
Call
order
me.
lemon blueberry.
Shoot me a text, girl. I got you.
How long do they stay fresh?
So they can stay out or in the fridge for 3 days. I would like put them in a container, and then, or you can freeze them up to 3 months in like an airtight container. You can freeze them, and so you just take them out, pop them in them. You need to pop them in the what is that thing called? The air fryer. My cousin air fried them, and she was like, "Bro, this is amazing." It's fine. And I was like, "Yeah." So air fryer 6 minutes, she said, and it was like crispy on the outside, moist on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You're selling me. Yeah. I know you didn't even get the savory ones yet.
I know. He just took gone off my plate.
It's gone now.
She told me she needed help. Sorry.
Eat all of them. Ate the lemon ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you mind if I share something?
Hmm?
Would you mind if I share something?
Of course.
So, I wanted to share my favorite scones because Bob's scones are the best, probably, around. So, my favorite scones are probably Oreo birthday cake, Biscoff cookie, and the new one she made this morning, cinnamon toast crunch.
Mm-hmm. Did you say the stuffed cookie? Is that what it's called? The stuffed cookie? No? Okay.
Biscoff cookie.
Biscoff cookie. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the Biscoff cookie butter topping is like a silky finish with the crumbles of the Biscoff cookie.
I paid her $3 for it.
He did. I made him pay.
She doesn't have anything.
Business and family was two different things, okay? So I was like, babe, if you want that, you go pay for that.
But
I really want it, and okay, you go pay for that.
but one time she let me have Lucky Charms scone and what other scone was that? Peppermint scone, mint scone, and she let me have it for free.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I don't always charge. But that day I was like, nah, bro, we're trying to go to the market today.
Do you ever make recipes? Like, do you ever make, like, hey, Mom, can you try this or that?
Yeah, Jordan, why don't you tell her about your recipe?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, so I made a strawberry Pop-Tart with actual strawberries in it.
Mmm.
That's gonna be a summer one, so
Okay.
she's gonna start making them right now.
Okay.
And I was thinking of a new flavor. It's gonna be a peach cream. So I was thinking maybe it's gonna be like 2 layers. So the first layer is like it's like a normal scone that has a little bit of peaches in it. Then on the top whipped cream, and then the second one a little bit more peaches, and then whipped cream, and then a cherry.
Wow. How do you come up with the recipes? How do you come up with the ingredients?
I just think of them.
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite ones is our apple pie scone. And
Oh yeah.
when I went to London on my trip, we went to Borough Market, and they have a Spice Mountain market, like vendor there. And so I brought a bunch of spices back. And so the apple pie spice was one of those. And there's cinnamon, which I used in the cinnamon crunch today. And then the pumpkin spice latte spice. So yeah, so flavors will keep rotating and like changing or being added to the website. All of our are on the website. So the sconeryshop.com, it's on the card. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, oh, I gotta try this combo. I knew it was time to retire when I was in meetings and I would be jotting down my recipe ideas instead of the notes. Honey lavender is one that I want to try that I haven't tried yet.
I mean, yeah, I have to say, I'm usually a sweet person, but the garlic one, I guess I'm a savory person now.
I like the cheddar
That
chive.
was my favorite. Yeah.
Isn't the garlic one second favorite?
Yeah,
I knew it.
the garlic one was good, bro. That one hit.
And it's crazy how, Mom, what was your first scone?
I said thanks.
In the Sconery Shop.
It's okay. She just gave me a different.
The first scone I ever made was
Lucky Charm.
lemon blueberry.
So yeah, so cheddar chive was the first savory scone she ever made, and lemon blueberry was the first sweet scone she ever made, and those are the top sellers.
Okay.
That is true, actually.
So maybe the peach will be a top seller.
That sounds really good.
Peach cream.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I get free ice cream today because I'm going to.
Maybe a mango still.
So I have a mango chile with the chamoy.
Really?
I have that one. Yeah,
My husband would eat that up.
that one was good. So many flavors, and then there's some like if you want something and you don't see it on sale, like, hey,
strawberry
can you make
cheesecake.
this? Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Strawberry
order some
cheesecake.
like before the end of today.
Yeah, we have
cheesecake is my favorite.
the Anna Maria.
Yeah.
That's the key lime pie. Yeah, and we do have a peach cobbler one.
Pizza? Okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
get that one.
Dude, the pizza is like the most underrated one.
Oh wow.
But everyone that has it is like, this is so good.
I'm gonna get that
Wow.
one too.
Mom.
Yeah, the pizza
Get that one
is
too.
underrated.
I was looking at the time on my mom's phone, and it's at 67%.
Okay.
6'7".
Of course.
6'7".
6'7".
6'7". Cammy, you're not activated.
Aw.
He just said his mom's phone is at 67%.
My nephew whispers
in
in
a-
my ear 6'7" on a daily basis.
She's in a food coma.
I know.
Right?
I was already full from the cinnamon roll.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because it's like
You never ate yours. Oh, nice.
I told you there were samples, girl.
Well, I love your story, and I hope that you're successful. I think you will be, because it, like I said, it's not just the scones for you. You have like
Right.
a whole vision, a whole plan, and you have your you have Jesus on your side. You have Jesus in your scones.
In my scones.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll leave you guys this, like the bucket. That way you guys can take them home or split
Okay.
them up or whatever.
Yeah, split them up, Nicole.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Booty, you want to
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for doing this with
that was
us.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
The fun part was the scones.
The fun part was eating, was smelling it and eating it.
Yes.
I need a napkin.
Executive assistant.
Bye.
Executive assistant.
Not supposed to tell anybody.
Sleep coffee.
It's a secret.
So where do you think we are gonna put this or?
So we put it on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay.
And then we'll also give you the long form, and then we'll give you 3 or 4 short clips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cameron, will you just email that
Yeah.
or? Okay.
Yeah. Once it's edited, we'll send it to you.
Okay. And
All
what
of
does
our
the editing
options.
time frame look like?
Kind of depends. This is a long video.
Yeah.
It came out to be like almost 40 minutes. On
Wow.
the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We're still going on here. I don't
yeah,
know
we're
why I
still
do like
going
a-
at
Probably a week.
do that.
Yeah.
And then we'll send it to you to approve it.
Okay.
Or if you want to say like, oh, take that out, or, take that out or whatever.
Yeah. We'll usually send it to you and give you 2 to 3 days to approve it before we post it.
Okay. Cool. I suck at email, so
I can help.
when you do it, just text me and let me know. Hey, I sent you an email. That
Okay.
way it doesn't get lost because I just get so much spam that I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah, that's why I don't look at my email ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
just
have like
text me and say,
20,000.
hey, I sent you an email. That way I can go in there and get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for the opportunity. Enjoy the scones, however you guys decide to
Yeah,
split them up.
I'm going to order some for sure.
I'm going to have to ask you about a cake.
Okay.
I need to try a cake.
Yeah.
How many people?
So, I would only say maybe 10 to 12. My mom's taking him on a trip for his birthday to Kentucky to see Noah's Ark.
I want to do that.
So, yeah, so that's where she's taking him. So we're not doing anything big, but he's super into monster trucks and stuff like that. But Minecraft is his all-time favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't had a Minecraft cake yet, so...
Oh, and I said Minecraft cake.
Yeah,
I made
yeah.
one for
Whenever he said that, I
JJ.
was like, yeah, he's obsessed with Minecraft. Everything Minecraft. The Titanic is also like ridiculously obsessed.
How old
with
is he
it.
turning?
6.
Aw, I love that.
He's all about the Titanic, and he knows like he's all about history too. So he knows like the history of the Titanic
Yeah.
and everything. And there was something they were doing in San Antonio for the Titanic. It was like a Titanic experience.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, he went, and they didn't let any kids in under 10, and my mom was able to finagle them to let him in, and he's gone twice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and,
Love that.
and he loved it. Like, I mean, screamed whenever the boat was sinking because he thought it was real life because he had like the things on his face, the VR or whatever.
It's that realistic?
Yeah, it's
wow.
that realistic.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that too, but they didn't let kids under 10.
Yeah.
So.
My mom emailed them. She called the one who was in charge. She went there and was like, he wants to see this. Like, he's determined to see this. And yeah, he got into that.
I have something similar. How you said what's his name? Like, the one who was going to Kentucky.
Your nephew? All right. He's going to see Noah's Ark.
So I'm going to Ohio. I'm gonna be in Ohio for my birthday, and if my cousin goes, I'll go to Kings Island.
It's amusement park.
Where are you going for your birthday?
Kings Island, maybe.
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. Ohio.
Trust me, we've seen videos, so I don't go in blind.
Yeah, I like to do that too, so I know what to expect.
Right.
Because we went on a Transformers ride one time, and I did not. It was 3D, and it was intense. It was like level 10 intensity.
Wait, where was it at?
It was at Universal Studios.
Wait, isn't Universal Studios in Florida?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. No. I need to watch all the point of view videos before I do something like that.
My favorite ride is probably Poltergeist at Six Flags. Yes, the Six
That is a good one. That
I
is a
love
good
that.
one. Yeah.
I screamed on it. Of course I did.
Do you like roller coasters?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like the thrill?
Huh?
Do you like the thrill?
And mom,
Yeah.
not so much, but I'll do it. And dad is a hard no. He
Yeah.
won't even go. So.
Do you like rides that spin? Yeah.
I never been on one, but I want to go on one. There's 2 I want to go on, but they're separate. The one at Six Flags is Pandemonium, and then I don't know where the other one is at, but it's called Time Traveler, and it's like you're spinning, but you do a loop-de-loop too.
Oh my gosh, no, I could not.
Pandemonium, you don't do any loop-de-loops. Pandemonium was like a 30-minute wait. The line was long when we went.
That is a long
And
wait,
it's actually,
yeah.
it's like only 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
But the beast at, hold up, what was it called in Ohio? Kings Island. The beast is like 5 minutes long, and
Wow.
Well, the ride is like super long. I was like, that one would be worth the wait and one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Transformers ride was 5 minutes
Do you
long.
want to say anything in closing, or do you think that's alright?
Fire Nation, goodbye.
This one little.
No, I guess in closing though, again, thank you for the opportunity for having us here and just highlighting what the Sconery Shop's mission is all about, because it is more than just a scone. And so we look forward to serving y'all in the community. And we offer sweet, savory, and gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free, hit us up. We got options for you. But no, we look forward to getting to know our schools and our firefighters and our churches and just our entire community. So, sconeryshop.com.
Thanks for doing this with us.
Yeah, that was fun.